Hi, I'm Felix, and today I'm going to tell you why you shouldn't have any more kids. Did you know that overpopulation is a problem? And it's getting worse. It took humans tens of thousands of years to get 1 million people. Now, it only takes 12 years to gain 1 million people. This is bad. We don't have enough stuff. You don't have enough stuff. That's why you should stop having kids and vote for me. Vote Felix Shelberg for governor. I am Felix Shelberg and I approve this message.
I don't think that was entirely correct.
Yeah, isn't there more to it than that?
Yes, there is. I've actually been studying overpopulation for my biology class.
Really?
Yeah, let's start out with the basics. You see, in 1800, our population hit 1 billion for the first time.
Nice.
Then, 140 years later, in 1940, it reached 2.3 billion.
Wow.
Then, 30 years later, in 1970, it reached 3.7 billion. Then finally, in 2019, it reached 7.7 billion.
So it's increasing exponentially.
Yeah, do you want to see a graph about all this?
Of course!
Look at this.
Wow, well maybe the guy in the commercial has a point. That's a lot of people really quickly.
That's where you would actually be wrong.
Really?
Yes, and that is because demographic transition.
Right.
For you see, in a demographic transition, in the developing country, both the birth rates and death rates are high. But then, after modernizing, death rates drop very low, while birth rates are very high. And this is when populations grow heavily.
However, after some time, birth rates fall just like the death rates and the population stabilizes, right?
Yes.
And I figure most developed countries have already gone through this phase.
Yes, but places such as the African nations are still in the demographic transition.
Which means, eventually the population will stabilize, and they will stop growing so fast.
Wow. Bingo, and over time, this phase grows even shorter and shorter.
Oh.
You see, it took England 95 years to halve their birth rate, then the US 82 years, but then it took Brazil and South Korea 26 years and then 18 years, and then for Iran, it took 10 years.
Isn't there also something to do with women?
Yes. Studies show that the more education women have, the less children they have.
So, improving higher education for women in developing countries would help curb the population growth.
Yes.
Wow. So when do you think the population will peak?
Well, that's a tricky question. Most scientists assume that the population will either decrease or increase before 2100, with the population anywhere to 9 billion to 11 billion.
I expected more.
Me too.
Me too.
It's the man from the commercial!
Even with that number, that is too many people to sustain.
Wait a minute, in Paul Eric's The Population Bomb, he predicted there would be a shortage of food and water by the year 2000 in the US. And that never happened.
Yeah, what he didn't expect were scientific discoveries that would sustain the population. And they did.
Yeah!
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 What about exponential growth? Ever think about that?
Actually, due to large countries completing the demographic transitions, the overall growth rate decreased. From 1.55% per year in 1995 to 1.25% in 2005, 1.18% in 2015, and 1.10% in 2017.
I don't really understand numbers, so I can't really get behind, what you're saying exactly. It just doesn't ring with me.
Can we just change the channel?
Yeah.
No, wait.
What?
Will you vote for me?
No.
No.
Don't.
Well, I'm glad we know a lot more about population growth, ways to combat it, and how it'll eventually peak just like any other population.
Yeah, what a great day.
You know, Dan, you're a good friend.
Thanks, Drew. So are you. Science!
I guess I learned a lot. Overpopulation, it's a deal. It's a big deal, right? But it's not. I shouldn't be telling people that not have kids. I guess for that. It's a little. I guess it's a little out there. I'm gonna go I'm gonna go like maybe cast a hammock and like hang out for a bit. So, you know, have a good day, biology class. Stay smart and have fun. All right, vote for Felix.